Welcome once again to John Mook's Atari Lynx walkthroughs, and this is the Adventures of Slime World Adventure 3! Yeah, it's a bit dramatic because it is the worst part of Slime World. We've done Adventure 1 and 2, and now Todd's jumping in, so let's do this. Okay, immediately you want to get your slime shield, activate it, and climb down with another slime shield. There's a good reason for this. Don't even bother with these monsters, just go right down, fall all the way down. Then activate your next slime shield, pick up the new one, and keep going. Don't bother taking out any of these monsters. Activate the next one, pick up another one, grab your gun power up, and you can get, one or two of them if you want. I never bother with all of them. Now grab that jetpack while you're still covered by your shield. This is very important. Go out very fast. Grab any other items you want, but be fast about it. And get out of there. Whew! Now we can rest a bit. Make sure you're out of the doorway as well, because those caterpillar creatures can get right in there. Man. So we just got through an extremely tough beginning part of Slime World, which really does set the scene for what you're about to experience, which is hardcore Slime World gaming. So expect to be killed often, and often in quite cheap ways as well. These creatures are placed in the most horrifying places, and sometimes they are just unavoidable. It can feel almost cruel sometimes, but that's the way that this episode is designed. Now, once you reach this room, you are very close to a boss. Yes, a boss. It's a Robot X, and it's 4 alien cohorts, indeed. So you can expect that you're going to be facing something pretty strange. So they give you all of these shields for a reason. Now there's a jetpack there. You can get it now, but it's a bit of a risk, so I might just take out these guys first. And yeah, maybe I'll grab it. Now you don't want to go any further up at this stage, but on the right, get ready. Whoa! Just blast these guys. If you've got the gun power up, that's even better. But if not, there's one right there. So wait till you've taken out the first guy, and then yeah, it's off to the next one. There's the Robot X with its blue eyeball, and certainly there will be a problem as soon as you get rid of this last guy. Get your shield ready. Trust me on this. As soon as you get rid of this guy, the Robot X is going to do its final attack on you. Guys, take a few hits. I think we're nearly there. Make sure you got the slime shield as your selected item, but don't use it yet. This guy's got to go first. Okay! Use it now! And blast the Robot X until he sinks into the cavern below. And don't think that that's going to be the last of it. It'll be back. Now you can actually follow it down here for its treasure trove, of which it's got quite a few interesting things actually. Some slime gems, shields, gun power-ups. Some real goodies, so we'll take some of those. I'm just using some shields a lot here because, I mean, you're not going to be coming back this way. You might as well use them and keep the rest with you. So. Okay, you don't want to go up at this stage, as tempting as it looks. You can get the cleanser if you really want, but yeah, there's still a fair few items. So it's really up to you. You don't have to get the cleanser. You actually want to go down to the bottom right here. So might as well make a little cleansing pool. Okay. Oops. Never a good thing, that. Okay. Grab your crystals. There's a couple of slime gems here. Those jumping creatures with the red eyes are pretty dangerous only in small corridors, but they don't take up a lot of health otherwise. I think I've got a slime bag. Now, this is a room full of invisible slime. A little hard to describe, but there's slime here that is actually, you can walk right through it. And so some of these platforms are fake. So I just use that jetpack that we found to just go past, because what's the point? I'd rather not lose my health. If you fall into the pool at the bottom, you can't get back up. You just die. So, and the worst thing you can do is throw a cleanser into that pool, because then you can't leave at all. So you're going to get stuck there without it, unless you've got a password. So yes. Alright, now we have to go down one of these two cavern holes. So, whew, it's good to have some breathing space. Let's get down. We've got our map there which says down is the way to go. And we got a cleanser. Now things start to get tricky again, guys. Oh boy. These creatures. With their lovely blue eyes. Oh no. As you know, red slime takes you out instantly. And that goes for red slime gems as well. Oh dear. These things are horrible. As you get closer to them, they get closer to you. Take out some lampshade looking dudes. Now, a lot of the map, as you explore around, tends to circle around a bit. Oh dear. Hey, I think I've got the flu. Ugh. I don't think I'm going to survive this somehow. No. This is actually a really deadly part of the map. But a lot of the map does loop around because, really there's only, here we go. There's only a few legitimate ways to go, and then there's a lot of dead ends. So that's the thing about Slime World. If you don't know where you're going, yeah, it's really tricky. Now I'm going to keep walking. And oh, there it is. There are chompers hidden under the slime. Always lovely, aren't they? But I've thrown a slime bait here, which should cause enough distractions. Oh! Well, that was funny at least. I really had no escape there. So yeah, the slime bait will bring things towards me, so at least then I can take them out. Oh great, there's a pimple under there as well. Oh, oh dear. Not my day at the moment. But I think we'll be alright. It's just a matter of leaping over the chompers, which are invisible, of course. And it's hard to remember where they are. And there's the door we need. Okay. Not taking any chances now. Whew. And the thing to remember is, even if you're struggling and you're covered in slime, try and get to the star save points that are shining, because that's where you can get your passwords. And also, that shows you quite often that you're on the right track. As you can see, it's just mayhem around here. There's a reason why they call this the toughest part of Slime World. Funny though, because arguably there's a later episode which is even harder than this one. So while it is called the worst part of Slime World, the arcade adventure is somehow worse, because there's so few save points. Oh, this is tough. Oh. Oh man, slow slime. Oh, you can see why I was saying that it's just cruel. I mean, they've intentionally put some incredibly cruel enemy positions in here. Oh, there was one there. So there's two of those chompers now. I didn't realise that. Plus the caterpillar to deal with. Just shoot the pincers of those. Now that guy is going to be a problem. Oh dear. There's always going to be a low chance I'd get through that. Interestingly, if you can hear that sound in the background of my microphone, sorry about that, but it's raining really heavily in Adelaide at the moment. Very, very, very rainy, and we're going to have quite a few mils. So, yeah, it's very loud. Very relaxing at night, though, to listen to that. Okay, just use some slime shields here. Now, as a general rule, I have found in this episode that the worst possible road is usually the one you have to go. Now, in this case, this is just a little kind of dead end, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the way forward with the worst possible foes are going to be dead ends. They're usually, going to be pretty bad. So, be very prepared for the fact that you might not want to go into a certain room because it's so bad, but you're going to have to. Here's an example. Okay. I'm jumping a lot here because I don't remember if there's any chompers under the ground. I'm not taking any chances with them. Now, welcome to the alien corridors with a lot of pimples under the ground. So, what you really want to be careful about is not just the amount of foes in these alien corridors, but also what's going to appear under your feet very soon. And you'll see what I mean. Let's keep walking. The corridors are sort of divided into breeds of aliens at the moment. Interestingly, just different colours. The greens and the reds. And you'll start to see that very soon in some of the interesting rooms that we go into. But yeah, we're going to be reaching the this corridor very soon, which is just covered in those pimples. Very dangerous. Okay, guys. Up in the ceiling are some invisible passages. Now we've got to go up there, dangerous as it is. And this is hard, because the gaps are so small. Oh, dear me. It's always worth checking and seeing if there's anything hidden. Alright. Somehow survived. Gotta go up again. Here we go. Yeah, I think I might be dead. But this is the way you go. Ha! Christ. Okay. You can just climb between them. It is tricky. You might want to get rid of this guy. But otherwise, this is the way you go. Oh no. Always watch out for those red droplets. Yes. There are certainly some dangerous enemies here, so I like to draw them towards me and then take them out, because it's really the only way. Now, the super slime gem is worth getting here, and you know what? It's probably not worth shooting any of these guys, I tend to not so much because there's a huge risk. You just want to get out of there as soon as possible. And you can draw them up to you and take them out that way. But again, there's a big risk here. Oof. I want that red slime gem. There it is. And I'm going to jump that gap because I just don't know. Okay. Not going to worry about these guys. It's just too close proximity. Grab some items, and we're on our way. Now, there's a lot of great items around here, but the main thing is, you know, if you're taken out by something, then you lose all those items. So, oh, and I just accidentally threw a slime bait. Oh dear. But that's okay. At least they're all coming towards me, makes it easy. There's a lot of enemies in this room. Let's take them all out. And this thing with the slime bait is that even monsters in other rooms will come for me now. Oh, great. And that's a good illustration of why you want to be careful even when you pick up all these items. Oh, because I've just lost them all again. Okay, there's the guy. Let's go over him. Now the monsters are still stuck because they're interested in the slime bait, so let's get rid of some of them. Okay. Doing well so far. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible. I'm going to try and aim for an hour. That's the goal. It's a pretty tough goal, I realise, but gee. It's a pretty tough goal, but at the same time, gosh, I know there's a chomper right there. Whew. It's a tough goal, but we want to try and do that. Now, these are the Pitbull corridors I was warning you about that were coming up. Once you've made your way to these corridors, you'll start to find the rooms are divided up by alien breeds. But then soon you'll find under your feet are going to be a whole bunch more problems. But yes, we're going to find out that very soon. More donuts. Wouldn't be eating these ones. Let's climb down carefully. Yes. This is nice, isn't it? How are we going to do with this? Well, one way you can do it is to jump into the ceiling and just fall. That way we can be in between. Now there's enough time to jump the gap. Shooting any of the red ones is going to create a lot of issues. Might grab that slime bait. Might come in useful. And there's the door down there. There's a jetpack up there. Tempting. But there's also a lot of issues. There's the pimples, and they will start very soon. Let's take a look at our map. You can see how far we've gone already. We're making good progress. Nearly 20 minutes in. Oh no! Whoops. Okay. Fish creatures. Never fun. Oof. Covered in slime. Oh dear. I don't think I'm getting out of this one. Take out some donuts. And we're on. Now these foes don't take off a lot of energy, but if they're in big groups, they're still a problem. Okay. There's a very welcome Mega Bomb. And I think you'll see where we're going to use it soon. I wonder if we should use it in this room. I'd say yes. Boom. Okay. Put on your slime shield. And we're almost ready to journey on. Just seeing if I can get up to that peak there. It's amazing what you can find sometimes in the more diverse parts of the map. But we can see by the fact that the map is going to the right, shows that, there's certainly more going on up. And that's where we're going. And you can see with the hidden passageways, it's a problem. Even navigating this map, it's so hard. Let's get through those maggots and keep going. And there's plenty of slime shields around at this part, which is good. And a heap of cleansers. One good thing about episode 3 is they certainly keep you stocked up. Which is a relief. Because not all of the maps do that. Take out some of these creatures. And we're well stocked again. Heaps of different entrances, heaps of different places you could go. And yeah, look, I mean, there's always going to be treasure and different items across the passageways. Thing is, though, oh dear, bad. The thing is, even if you go looking through all of those different treasure passageways, you may find that you get lost, stuck. Oh, gosh, it's hard to get past these caterpillars. Sometimes I see if I can just leap past them or run past them. And sometimes you can, actually. It's always worth a shot, but the chances are still pretty low. You can see there's different parts of the map there, and a slime pool full of maggots. Not really keen to go that way. So I am going to keep trying to get through. Made it this time to a save point. And here are the doorways. You can see it all does loop around, so the maggot room does link with this room. So we need to go right. And those little slime gems, the blue ones will clean you up a little bit. And the red ones will clean you up the whole way and make you invincible. Okay. Ooh. Really got a lot of enemies in this room. Whew. Check out the donuts. Nice. And here's another save point. That was bad. Almost made it to the shield. Good. Ah! That's annoying. And you can see we're looping around a lot. one amazing thing about this game is that the map space is really used. I mean, it's incredible. They really don't spare any space in the maps. Now, there's a reason why I'm doing it this way. I realise I'm getting hurt quite a lot, but it's just so difficult to get through otherwise just shooting at them, because as soon as you shoot one of the pincers, the other one will start launching around, so I just like to get through. So here's another donut room. And they're really not... I mean, you can blast them, but when they're trapped in a little room area like that, they're not going to be too much of a problem. It's only when they're in a situation like this. Much better. Okay. A whole bunch more. And this, again, is that whole pattern of... Episode 3 likes to group the same breed or type of creature in particular rooms, which is kind of cool in a way. I don't know what's going on there. Stuck. Not anymore. Yep. It's a big map. I think I've sort of explored enough in this main little area to think, yep, time to go on. But again, it's often so difficult to find which direction to go into next in this. And the computer map does help a lot. Starting to find that there's not a lot of items around now. But that red slime gem's welcoming up there. So let's grab that. Especially with the condition of my outfit. And this is the way we want to go. Whole lot of enemies here. Oh, I hope my slime shield holds out. Seems to have. Of course, there's one there. Ah, that's really tough. But once you get past it, you're rewarded with a pretty safe room. So this is a nice little space, lots of supplies, monsters that aren't in too difficult a location to deal with. Of course, the red ones are still the issue, so use your slime shields and grab another one, because you won't be heading back this way. And we just want to keep going. We're nearly at the 30 mark point now, so doing alright. Once we've hit the little slidey slime at the 30-minute mark, then you're doing okay. Oh, head sucker. Don't have time for them. They're not so dangerous, but they mean that you can't pick up items if you got taken out by a head sucker. Again, these corridors are putting the same breeds of monsters in. Whew. Okay. Those teethy guys. Doing a lot of leaping because I don't know what's hiding underground. You know exactly what I mean. And here's the pimples. I warned you about them. The pimple corridors. There's gonna be a whole heap of them. Just keep walking. Brief reprieve there, but not for long. if you got your slime shield on, you don't have to take out all these creatures. You can just walk right past. Whew. And we're at the save point. Oh man, this is a dangerous zone. It just keeps on happening, doesn't it? Okay. Oh man. Here's a room full of head suckers. And we don't have a mega bomb either. So we just kind of have to get rid of them the slow way if we want to have a look in this room. There's a dripper alien as well. You know what? We're just going to keep going. Have a look around. Nothing down there except a slime pool. Oh dear. Oh, they're all on my head now. Collect the whole set. That's better. Alrighty. Once you get to this point, you're about a little bit over halfway. Things do get tougher though. And you might be thinking, this is pretty tough already, but no, they do get tougher. And that's when you get here. Okay, first you have to jump up rather than jump across. Sometimes I like to jump across to see if I can do it, but... and I've got the problem here of the slime bait has attracted these guys down here. To take them out. Which means... oh dear, it's a bit of a problem actually. Oh, good. It's worn off. You want to get... oh dear, see... you kind of have to leap up. There we go. And then leap up again. Now, this is a horrifying area. You can climb Bouncy slime, but you can't jump to it. You can only jump to the slow slime. And if you hit the slippery slime, oops, you get put all the way down again. Oh, darn. Gonna die a few times here. Okay. So, the main goal here is to... oh, dear me. I'm trying to shoot these guys thinking it's not going to affect me, but it actually did in the end. What you want to do is you want to climb... oops! The, brown and the pink slime, but you've got to jump from the pink to the brown. There's no way around it. You have to do it that way. And whatever you do, don't touch the slimy, slidey slime. There we go. It gets very tough up ahead. Oh, gosh. This is so hard. It'll take a bit of time to get it right. I don't know if the difficulty of this is going to affect my 1 hour goal, but hey, you know what? Let's just keep going. Alright. Hopefully this time. Careful, does it? Yeah. Yep. This is very precise. Okay, there we go. Now you can climb a little bit onto the green, launch. And we've done it. Now that is tough. Looks like a dead end, doesn't it? But it isn't. Welcome to the horrifying background dripper room. Yes, there is a lot of slime in this area. Yuck. safe. Right. Okay. Now, there's something not very friendly down there, so let's avoid that. Okay. Now we're in a room here with different varieties of slime, and it's still very tricky to get up in this area, not just because of that creature that's in the way. See if I can get rid of him. He's gone. Very precise. Nope. You've got to get it just right. There we go. Now the rule here the rule here is bouncy slime makes you bounce. So be very careful. I'm going to put my shield on because guess what's coming? Very cool. Oh, great. Not exactly ideal. Probably would just want to walk here now. If you can bounce through it, you can have a lot of fun. But it's pretty tough. Gosh. It is definitely not an easy episode. It can get quite frustrating. But it's also a lot of fun because you know that it's deliberately horrifying and tough. It's certainly built in such a way to challenge you, there's no doubt about that. I don't think chompers can actually lurk in bouncy slime. It doesn't appear to be their habitat, so I'm not that worried about walking on it. Whereas regular green slime is just a pit of danger, really. Oh dear. At least I'm at the save point fairly close. Ah, so frustrating. It's bouncy slime. Alright, surviving. 38 minutes on the clock. Still a lot of creatures guarding entrances, and these red guys are just the worst. The only good thing is they're not very fast, that's the advantage, but they do position themselves in really nasty places. And right now they're guarding a shield that I really want. I'm gonna have to get close to him. Put it on. Probably should have grabbed that other shield, but if I die, at least it's there. Really looking for that next save point. Here it is. Okay. Some more drippers. So just avoid them. Did alright there, actually. And we're certainly getting rewarded with some treasure along the way, which is nice. Certainly all builds up the score. Okay. I do have more slime shields. Haven't had to use it yet. But these are some more pimple corridors, so let's put on a slime shield now. Oh man, I'm not gonna jump. Just hope this shield holds out. Whew. Very close call. Certainly wouldn't want to die very often around here. Lovely. Alright. Now this is a very dangerous area. For that reason. There are chompers on almost every platform. Ugh! And even in that pit. You need to pick the right platforms. So let's see if I can remember how to do it. Down, up, and then which way was it? Let's go up again. Slightly crawl down to here. Now, I'm gonna go across, I think. Down, on, wall, up, and leap. Yeah, we've done it. That was tough. Now, I have to say, I must be honest, if I'm going to not get my 1 hour goal, it's gonna be largely because of this room. Oh man, because unfortunately, as you may have noticed, I have run out of slime shields, and the caverns are so slim that the chances of me actually getting through are slim to none. I mean, that's to be expected, unfortunately, because there was really no obvious slime shields around to get through this. But unfortunately, with the previous room being so hard to get through, you wouldn't really expect to have a slime shield on you anyway, because it's not going to help you against the chompers in the end. So unfortunately, really the only thing I can say is I think I'm going to die here quite a lot, unfortunately. Probably going to have an effect on my ending time. But hey, you know, the main thing is that this is a lot of fun. And certainly, if you want to challenge yourself in a platformer, it is really worth getting Slime World and, yes, playing episode 3, because it's a horrifically designed world, as you can see. To actually get through the passageways is very tough. But as I've said, unfortunately, this is a particularly cheap area. And that's not an insult, it's more, you know, there's really, unless you've got a slime shield, there's really no way of getting through this unscathed. It's just almost impossible. But hey, you know, we're nearly there now, so that's alright. We're really close. And the other good thing is that we're near the end of the map. We're getting very close to our destination. We've certainly explored a lot. Haven't been aiming for a particularly high score, or aiming for... I think this is going to be the time this time. We haven't been aiming for a particularly high score or all the secrets. It's not really been my aim. I'm just trying to get out of here as fast as I can. Partly because it's going to be a long video if I don't. But the other reason is you really don't, I suppose, benefit for having explored a lot of areas and using all your items to survive, and then finding that you can't get through the rest because it's just so tough. In my view, you're better off just seeing if you can get through. It's just too difficult otherwise. You can easily run out of items. And what you're going to find very soon is that a jetpack is quite crucial. Alright, so we've reached the force field, and there'll be another force field ahead. So tools are ruined. Not the slime gems, thankfully, they stay with us, but everything else gets knocked out by the force field. We've got to start again. Second force field coming up. That's a lot of droplets. I'm getting out of the way. It's raining slime. I love the background. It's very cool. It just like constantly changes colour. It's quite interesting, really. I think it's meant to symbolise that it's just a dangerous place. There's the second force field. Wash off. Get to that save point. And now the need to protect yourself is getting higher because you may have remembered that that boss that we fought in the first area, which was that Robot X. Well, guess what? He didn't like being defeated one bit. And he's going to be back very soon. There will come a point when you enter a cavern which is very dangerous, and that guy is going to be waiting for you. So, when is that going to happen? Well, it's going to happen pretty soon. So once we get through all these corridors, which sort of have the same foes in them, then we'll be ready to face them. I'm not going to pick up all the gems at the moment because my slime shields are limited. Okay. That was dangerous. Let's keep going. We're near the surface now. So, very encouraging thing. Oops. And that's the hilarious thing, actually. They've even put creatures where you wouldn't even normally go. It's like they think, oh, what if that guy went up onto that cliff? Why don't we put one of those chompers there? And they did it. Okay. Gosh. Still a lot of items, and still a lot of enemies. So the rooms aren't getting any easier. There's still a lot of stuff around here we have to face. And just when you think you got them all, a whole bunch more come along. Now this is an interesting room because there's a lot of creatures here, but it's not that dangerous if you take it slow. There's no chompers on the platforms here, so that makes a lot of difference. As long as you take it kind of slow, I mean, it's still dangerous. Whoa! A slime bait would really have been handy here, actually. Yeah, as long as you take it slow, you should be okay. There's still a lot of creatures below me, though. So... uh-oh. Oh dear. Yep, the base of that level is tough. Oof. for an alternative route. It's not going to be as dangerous. I'll take out some of these guys first. And that might be the way to go. Oh, and you can see those lampshade creatures, they're actually, like, they don't take off a lot of health, but if they're in the wrong place, if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, those things are nasty. They can really take you out fast. Certainly not the most dangerous foes, but they'll make you pay if you get too close. Oof. Safe. We're being rewarded with some more gems now. Now, this is a horrifying area. Welcome to the Slime Catacombs. This is... oh, it feels incredibly mean, this area. Okay, you've got tiny little windows. And there's only one way up. Through a whole bunch of secret passageways. Unless you have a slime shield here, and I don't, then you really have to try and take out the creatures in the particular areas. And especially avoid the chompers, which usually lurk in the middle rooms, at least. Very close to death. Oh man, I forgot about him. Now, you have to sort of leap in the middle, but there will come a point where there's a passageway on the top left, and that's what you want to head towards. No, don't want to go that way. So I still want to go up, but they're very dangerous upper passageways ahead. As you can see, really hard. There's really no way to avoid dying in this area if you don't have a slime shield. Okay, only one way to go. Just creep past. And this is where you want to be. Oh, boy. Save point! Save point! Oh, just made it! Alright. If you've made it this far, you don't have to go much further. You're nearly there. Grab that red gem there, why not? And enjoy the slime gems. Now, there's one more challenge that faces us before we get to the boss, and it's this large room, which is full of maggots and large caterpillars. Oh boy. I am expecting to die a fair bit here. Hope I've made some good decisions here. So far so good. Red gem. Oh man! How could I have forgotten that guy? Sadly, what this means is I've lost my ability to pick up another slime shield because I just used them both. So that is unfortunate, especially when we're dealing with maggots, because maggots are probably they're among the most dangerous foes if you're in a enclosed area and there's no other way past, and there's no slime shields. I mean, because they're endless, and just touching them does a heap of damage. Oh dear. And shooting them just creates slime, so... yeah. There usually is a break, though, so, like, that was a bit of a break, and you can go during the break. Oh man, can I make it? Well, I made it to the save point, something. I don't know if I'll survive this. There's the water. Oh, wow. Of course, any maggot that comes in contact with the water just explodes anyway. Anyway, if you've reached this starry room, congratulations, you got through probably the final big challenge. You know what? I'm going to take out that slime creature. Once I get rid of all of these guys. Whew. There's a lot of them. Okay. Kapow! Yeah. There's possible use of a jetpack in this area. You know, I mean, you can certainly do that if you have one. And there's a lot of different areas to explore. So yeah, it is very possible that you can get a jetpack and make use of that. But funnily enough, when you reach the top here, there's not much you can do. And I think that's because this particular area is really used to come down from, which we haven't had to do. It's connected to an upper cavern, so it's sort of an alternative route, really. Wouldn't have been an easy alternative route. So I'm not that worried about missing it. Okay, a whole bunch of slow slime. And I believe we're nearly up to the, I suppose we call it the Chomper Choice room. Where you really have to decide which corridor you go down, because there's chompers down, a lot of them. Sadly, if you thought that we'd got past the chompers, there are just a few more to go past at this stage. Okay. Welcome to Chomper Choice, as I like to call it. Which corridor will you go down? Yes. The options aren't great, let's put it that way. I'm gonna head back up now. Yeah, got rid of that Pitbull. There's really nowhere to go when you're shooting those red creatures. Very tough. Okay. Simple. Right. Got rid of that guy at least. This is tough. Got rid of that one. Yeah, didn't get him. It's all good now. We can make our choice. And that's the funny thing about this game, is that because it's so large, it's often quite hard to remember which way to go, so I'm going to take a bit of a guess here. Oop. Ah, well that was the wrong one, wasn't it? Thankfully the save point seems to materialize my body back into the shape it was meant to be. Right, I believe it's this one then. Woohoo! No more chompers for us. More welcome slime bait. Let's just chuck that down there. That will certainly help us get through. Grab the next one. Now what you're going to find is a series of waterfall rooms, really. And that's really your final obstacle before you get to the boss. So let's get past those. Lovely chunky slime chunks. I've really got no choice but to take out that one. Risky. I'll throw another slime gem down there because eventually they do wear out, and I do want to make sure that everything is going to be not, unavoidable really. I want to make sure everything is not going to be in my way. Down you go. Down you guys go. Don't need it. Okay, this is the tricky room. Because we do need to take out these guys. But we've also got the caterpillars to deal with. So I think we've shot them all now though, so now might be the time to run. Done. Didn't quite get there. But we have pretty much dealt with all the foes. What a great time for the slime bait to run out. Here we go. Okay. So at this point the slime bait's worn off. Stared death in the face there. And it's just getting past these caterpillars now. They're all retracted. Slime gem haul! Good to find some treasure. And a save point. What's not to like? Now, you can see what's happening at the other end there, can't you? So watch out. We can take out those guys from a distance. Gone. Now once you've reached this point, you'll know you're really near the end. And that means, of course, that the robot and its 4 alien cohorts is waiting for you. Not long now. not the nicest thing to find at the bottom of the passage. And, but at least, you know, with these chompers, you know, when they're visible, much easier to deal with. There we go. I do want that red gem. Lovely. Yeah, at this point it's tempting just to run. Oh boy. Just go. Go for it. Do not stop. Got a slime shield. You know what? I'm gonna do it again. Because it's not worth... it's really not worth taking out those red guys if they just blow up in your face. It really isn't. Alright. Are we ready to face the boss one last time? Well, to do that, you need the jetpack, and you need to get up this passageway. You've got the equipment, let's go. Get ready for the final battle. And they give you all this equipment for a reason. Because it's confrontation time. Okay, once you're at this point, get ready. Let's do this. Whew! It is one heck of a monster room. So the boss isn't taking any chances this time. Recruited really a whole bunch of goons to be in the room. But again, it's really all about using the same strategy. You've got to take out the 4 main creatures. And we've nearly done that now. 1 left. And make sure you got that slime shield armed and ready, but don't use it until the 4th creature is gone. Which will be very soon. Okay, use that slime shield and get that robot. And we've got him, guys. Now note really carefully where he goes down. He's escaping into his passageway again. Which has a lot of treasure. And that's what we want. So let's grab it all. And of course the exit is right up this way. So let's grab all the treasure and get out of there. Woohoo! The toughest part of Slime World, we just kicked. You have finished. Rescue ship is here. Let's blast off. We did it, guys. Just under an hour 10, so didn't reach that 1 hour goal, but hey, I'm pretty happy with that. Don't mind that at all. There were some areas where if we had a slime shield, you know, that would have certainly cut it down to under an hour, but hey, it's very hard to remember where the chompers are. So pretty happy overall. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This has been episode 3 of Slime World, and we've just taken out the hardest area. So get ready for episode 4 next time on John Atari Lynx walkthroughs. Ciao!